rounds get a little bit easier going forward. So some of those aggressive plays, especially on the pistol round, you know, we've seen it so much these days. Teams just stampeding down mid or banana and just finishing the rounds instantly. Like, I'm enjoying that change because you can see how good these teams have gotten with utility. We're getting double nades over towards the boost position. It's all happening. It's not an earthquake,
what does that
ladies
mean?
and gentlemen.
You know what that means.
Oh. Is it coming?
It's Inferno.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's right. It's map 2, game 1, day 4 of ESL 1's Road to Rio. 2 more games around the corner, but I don't care because all I can think about is Inferno. Denmark versus Sweden, number 3 versus number 4. It doesn't matter about the numbers, it matters about the gameplay. And I'll tell you now, Astralis will not go easily into the night. They will not accept another loss on Inferno. They had the series taken from them at ESL Pro League on the 3rd map decider of Inferno, and now fnatic, they could throw the same blow in the 2nd map of the series here on the Road to Rio.
Well, we do get into the pistol here, and an interesting stat from SEO just been sent through. First in pistol win percentage for Astralis, 77 teams on the world recorded, and they've also converted the 2nd round each time they've won the pistol. Keep an eye out.
Damn!
Yeah, so alright, they won both pistols on train, and apparently their record on Inferno is spectacular.
Chad was calling them the pistol gurus when he was doing the stat check-in every single week, it felt like. So their pistol stats are high. Let's see if they can add another one to the tally here.
Oh,
look at the utility usage. They've got 2 HEs for the B players, and there they go. Not too much to write home about.
Oh, Brolin will open things up. That's Dupree dealt with towards Boiler.
Oh no, that's another opening death for Dupree.
Yeah, you're right.
Those woes are going to continue here.
What was he, 1 and 9 towards the end of train?
He was 1 and 9.
Yeah, so Device now, he'll be challenged. The flashbang doesn't catch him, but neither do his bullets towards fnatic here. If he swarm, can he get one before he goes down? Apparently not. Glaive will get a kill from the library side, but not for long. It's just Zipex now. Poor old Zipex, 7 HP. Smoked out, bomb to be planted momentarily, and he's got absolutely no chance here. He hasn't got armor, so doesn't really have much to save. The utility not really worth taking to the next round. Might as well see if he can find a kill here, but one shot from JW will be enough. And fnatic win their first pistol of the series after picking up a 69 victory on train.
Well, we were talking about during Pro League the pistol prowess of Astralis, right? We did that whole stats kind of, I guess, update for everybody every day. The one who kept being towards the top in terms of ADR was the fnatic side of things, right? They were up there from day to day with their damage from utility coming on in, and avoiding damage with utility was a key to success in this round, Alex. You pointed out those nades towards top banana. The fact that they baited those out and didn't take any casualties, that's such a huge step in the right direction. Converting this one right here will be another one.
Well then, Glaive will have the utility. Oh, it's very powerful. My goodness, they haven't found a kill yet, but so much damage inflicted. Same story for the CTs, unfortunately for them. Glaive will be dropped by the Molotov. 5 versus 4. Diffuse Gates maybe some Device without any camouflage. You see Device trying to save a bit more cash. Approaching this round a bit more frugal nature, considering he needs to get the AWP out early. Flashbang from Magus, get no one there to receive it. So, break something out. Still with the majority of their smokes. They've actually got all 5 here on that side. There's two of dodge. Damage inflicted. Flashing golden low, but JW hasn't missed many shots today. Another HE available, could land on all 3 of them. Drops the smoke instead. Now could go for these.
We've spoken about this with fnatic before. One of the things they like to do on the arch side is drop this smoke that obscures vision from the moto position as well as library, and that then opens up the question: is anybody through mid to B? It's a great nade onto JW.
They're softening up so nicely for these deagles. 3 of them are 1 body shot from the deagle right now. Like, that's some phenomenal work from Astralis. Whether or not they can convert remains to be seen. Only 2 deagles and 2 5.7, still very effective, and already a tag. Needs to be precise. The flash is so good, but Dupree manically tapping away does manage to make 2 happen. So now a number's still favoring fnatic. Oh, JW gets away with it, and even repeats. That is unbelievable. He takes that fight. Eventually will be found. But Magisk, he's revealed his position, and now the bomb will likely be planted. Crims is holding the cross. fnatic 2.
So much damage inflicted there. Decent effort from Astralis, but it's all in vain, I'm afraid, on the CT side. Unless you're winning that round, you're full eco now. fnatic will recover their finances, and you can't really invest much at all. Nice weapon Dupree, even more flash, got this 2nd kill. It looked like it could be good enough for these low HP players, but JW, what a sequence this was. He baits out the fact he's fallen back there. You assume he had done, but no. He takes damage at this point, re-swings towards their library position, nails the shot through the wall, and forces Astralis to just USPs and a couple of grenades here.
Yeah, I received a fun tidbit that Device, for some reason, couldn't find the USP in his inventory, so he has to play with the P2K this time.
Couldn't find
Yeah, its USP went missing.
Wait,
so
what?
He's
I've never heard of that.
Neither have I, but that's what I've been told. We'll see. why that mystery
When
is
you're having a rough
unfolding.
game as well, that's more ideal. It's going to be in your head.
Yeah.
I can't really perform with this one. This is not usual.
Fortunately, the pistol round is over.
Isn't there a search feature in your inventory?
Yeah, I guess maybe
If he
game's
doesn't,
bugged,
if he
I don't
doesn't
know.
have any skins on at all, could be potentially a bit of an issue with the Steam network.
Oh, that's a good question.
I know that's happened before.
Does he have a
where-
skin on his P2K, Rushley?
He didn't.
No? Okay.
Maybe it's out of protest.
Yeah, he's so sad he hasn't got his USP.
Flusher now using the old Glock.
One of the most powerful
combo.
guns, Henry. One of the most powerful guns in the game, the Glock.
You can see it there. One bullet headshot. It's amazing.
It's so powerful they give it to you for free.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Flusher doing what he does best. Not even give him Mac 10. He'll only drop a Glock. And it's a very effective weapon against unarmored opposition. A P2000 though shouldn't be doing that sort of work. And now Flusher's going to call them to rotate back towards B because he's got enough control here. Laid down to 11 points of alpha. Rotation start coming through. You have got Zipex and CT spawn. Bear in mind, this is an eco for Astralis, but now the fact it's down to a 3-on-3. Could be a few more twists and turns. Unlikely, but we'll see what they can do. The smoke down and CD spawn nullifies Zipex for now. He'll have to go through the ruins. Checking for the boost. Flush out. Bolt up toward the bomb site. Lovely shots here. And that's going to be the round. They're pretty better off to save the AK-47. He's towards border right now, and that's all he's going to do.
He's just keeping on with a very powerful weapon for the next round. And fnatic converting the pistol seamlessly.
And they've got a bit of a bonus situation, I suppose. Flusher, he's got a Glock right now. Definitely be taking that over. Brawler with the UMP. So not too much, I suppose, but interesting. Flusher continues to find success with his approach. Like, you've got Chris J on the Desert Eagles with gun rounds. Flusher taking full ecos apart from the armor, of course, when he knows he's up against not a lot. And it seems to work out very well for him.
Just doesn't get stuck with an SMG coming into the first buy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Looking to find another with a block if possible. Just going for chickens now, racking up that towing. Gets a USB instead.
Oh, what a huge upgrade there.
Oh, Device is going to be so jealous.
Why didn't Dupree just pick up that? Is a device, sorry. Why didn't you just pick that one up from spawn? There's one available.
I don't know.
If someone's getting a 5-7, let's grab that.
If they win, maybe we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Well, here we go then. Round 4. And we do have the device AWP. First gun round here. Flusher will stick on towards that UMP. And bear in mind, Glaive and device and the helmets here could be very important. Flusher usually working towards B by himself. Depends if Device wants to go down to start the round, which he does. He actually heads towards B, and Flusher's got the best spawn possible. Remember, no helmet on Device means Flusher might be able to take him down early.
Nade does so much damage,
There
but
it is.
Flusher does.
Straight in the head, first bullet.
Oh, wow. No, he caught the nade instead. It was only body shots. Flusher, oh! He was pulling the nades. He's caught Glaive out. Zipex will trade from the grave. That's not too shabby. So 3v3. Tell a lie. Zipex is now solo holding B. So they regroup towards middle. They're looking to deny this info for the CTs, which currently is not being actively held. They're going to contact this. Silently taking full mid. To investigate is Dupree.
Timing's everything here.
Got some info for them. And not too much damage inflicted. 11. JW just playing on these corners. Suppressing fire, gets the info, forces him off the line. Effective.
Oh, it's so ratty, but it doesn't work out for him. I love the approach there from JW. Bit of 3-on-2 ensues. Smoke down and Dupree dodging all the bullets there. Still a player towards the pit as well. That's Majors. He's low. Can't really challenge this one. He's going to hold on to the pit for now as the bomb does go down. Well, it's been fired off. Majors still off the opposite position there. Should be fine for Astralis, but you never know when fnatic are alive in these tense situations. They always seem to find something.
Oh goodness, this is intense. Brawlin's got his back turned. Oh, he still hasn't found Dupree through the smoke. And he'll go down eventually. Gosh, as Dupree was playing with fire there.
Oh, seems unlikely that a stray bullet didn't hit Dupree during any of those moments there. I think fnatic maybe feel, well, when they go back and watch it in the demo, might feel a little bit unlucky, but the way that one opened up, Flusher with the dropped weapon from Brolin getting both openings in Banana for basically free, he took away a lot, and the fact that they had that third frag come in there, that's big going forward.
The money for Flusher as well. He can drop all the AKs required, plug all the holes.
The ult will come out again on the side of things for Astralis though, so let's see if Device can find some more success this time.
There's a prime example of what Flusher's financial choices have rendered them. He plays with the SMG, gets a couple of frags with it, only buys the Glock on the second round against the Eco. Now he's dropping AK for his team. Just the Crim sacrifice on the Deagle. Not too shabby. Fighting, though. Straight into the jaws of Flusher.
All good nade as well. Lands at the front door and Blade. Down he goes. For the triple kill. Doesn't quite connect. And Magus will have to hold on towards B alone. It's now a 4 versus 2. Magus will be challenging towards Banana. He's given himself up here. Lots of footsteps, and JW is just waiting for his opportunity now to swing around and take him down. They've pulled a couple back, but JW should be able to get this frag. Round should be over. So that will bated breath. Dupree can arrive at the scene of the crime in time with Speedway here. He has no kit, no utility, but he does have brutal aim. Can he demonstrate it? Apparently not. JW so crispy today, boys.
He really
is. JW and Flusher are looking indomitable right now. Those two individuals are just cracking everything open. Hey, Green, while we have this eco, you there?
No, busy.
He's not there. Green's not,
Yes,
not there.
hello.
Oh, okay. I knew he wasn't too far away.
It's the button left. It gives me half a second to reach over, all right?
Okay, so we'll remember that.
Give him some button time, yeah.
Rush, do you want to explain to the viewer why it's so difficult observing a fnatic game?
Oh, goodness. They take fights everywhere, usually exactly at the same time, so I basically just have to pick a battle.
But so that's actually very good for the viewer, Rush, because that's what Astralis are having to deal with is the same thing. There's just duels going all across the map. So all the fights and information that they're getting here, they don't actually know where the attack is. They just know that they're under fire.
Yeah, it's coming in from all angles here. They don't know what's going on.
I just realized you're multitasking. You're observing and chatting.
Of course, man.
I'm so impressed. Look at him go.
Whoa.
He even followed the nade. God, 10 points to Ravenclaw.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying my best out here, you know.
Lovely Rush. Thank you
I
for
reckon
that.
you got a future in this sort of stuff.
Thanks, man. Anyway, good luck, guys. See you in a bit.
See you later.
You might even have a career in observing.
Well, Glaive and Dupree have been tagged up and presumably shut down here. Fnatic looking for a 5-1 start. They've got one smoke, a flash, no kit. Zipex and Magus with set to Kevlar. Fresh look of paint. We're going to see him with AK-47 this time. That mid control. Magus has got a smoke, but it's in the apartment position right now. They don't really smoke the apartments. But quad wouldn't be a huge difference maker. Flash towards Arch.
Towards Library and commence. Taking that long control, Dupree's jiggle will give him some information, and they're ready for device as well. Working as a unit, procedurally working their way towards A. 2, make it 3 members if you include Library cowering on the site. Dupree caught first. Golden continues his sweep. There is smoke in pit, and Magisk has managed to make that effective. Device as well, catching JW in Library. Astralis, they've still got something to say about this. Good body shots, 2 have hit. Device needs 1 more bullet to eliminate the threat on site. Golden can play a little more passive here, and he is. Tucking on the box, but Zipex hunts him down, traded, and onto Device. He's gone 2. Crims with 3 in the round, with a clutch at the end to secure the 5th.
Huge plays there from Crims. 5-1. Feels like a death sentence for Astralis here. They do have money finally. Feels like it's been about 3 rounds since they were fully equipped. Device can be out of the AWP again, but compromises will be made. He's only got $5,800, so might not have the helmet again or utility. We saw that affected them before. And Crims, lovely little sequence to close things out.
And just to keep with the little storyline of Astralis being the architects of Inferno and the ones who kind of shaped the way that the game was played on it, one of the keys to that was how good their utility usage was. They were able to lock down parts of the map before teams really knew how to play around all of these nades being used perfectly. Well, as we told you just before, Fnatic's utility usage in EPL on this map, or in general, was fantastic. On this map right here, this is the 2nd best in the world. So Fnatic's ADR is chomping at the bit here to potentially take that #1 slot. I'm not sure who has the #1 slot. Maybe we can find that one out.
Yeah, that would be interesting, because I remember, like, it was 2 years ago, it was Astralis with, like, 50 was their average. And so now, obviously going down a little bit, now people have learned their tricks. It's impressive that Fnatic have managed to maintain something similar.
Ooh, another crazy stat coming through. Opening duel tally for the series so far. 25 against 5, or 6 I should say, in favor of Fnatic. Renegades is #1.
So Renegades would be #1 in terms of ADR, so we can take them out of the discussion. They play a different level of competition most days of the week.
Sure. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So, 25 and 6. That's
an absurd statistic.
I know, right?
25 and 6 in a Fnatic Astralis series. That's opening duels. Fnatic have been winning 26 out of 31. My goodness.
JW with the full mid control here. A couple of players behind him as well. Golden happy to take this fight towards Banana, but doesn't work out for him. Dupree, flash over, leads into his death. Again, JW, just a quick shot on the side of the head. Puts him to bed. And now Device scrambling. This is another key shot, cost him his life. Magisto gets the hat trick. He's flushing a 2 versus 1. Grabs the bomb from Moto. No flashes, no smokes available, but at 2-on-1, he knows he has the chance of winning here.
He's opted for the AWP, interestingly enough. Wants to take that library fight, perhaps. Now changing his mind. And he's been spotted and retreating out short. He sees them both. He knows where they're coming from. He's getting the jewels. Oh my goodness, this is getting scary. They're closing the gap. He knows it. He's going to get overwhelmed, overrun. He needs one frag. That's what he's desperate for before he falls off. The bomb is not planted. It's default.
No kits.
That's the challenge, and Zipex wins it out. Looked like he was leaping at the time. He pulled the trigger. Astralis, a necessary second.
You can see Flash there. Astralis played out very well together, very aggressive, making sure he didn't get much space to work with there, but he kept challenging. He gets one of those kills and the 1v1 comes in. He knows there's a chance they don't have kits there, and he probably runs away with it. So I like the aggression there from Flash, making them uncomfortable, but still, they handled it very well. So they touched the bomb. He had to check it. He didn't have the plan for him, as you pointed out. But still, getting the bomb down does mean they have somewhat of a buy here. I feel like they will buy, considering they know they can shut down the finances here. Astralis, they do somehow pull this one off. It's not going to be a great buy. You can see the Deagle for Crims, and for Golden, and Flush about. I still don't mind it. Like, if you do win this round somehow, you've got enough time to recover. If it does go against you, but you will shut down the finances of Astralis, this one works out. So
a gamble from the Swedes. They plan to try and get Astralis in a downward spiral early into the P's here on map 2. Brawl and JW, solid candidates to be equipping them, that's for sure.
Might see a mix-up here from fnatic. Won't be so strung out. Maybe they'll try and do something as a team once they establish this map control. Flusher, with the nade being dunked on his head right there. Has to be very, very wary of a pop flash coming on through. But they have enough nades to do whatever they really feel. There's a smoke over towards the arch side. Flash to follow. So that's that smoke I was talking about before. That has the question. Can they slip through mid to B? It forces your arch-sided player of Glaive. He has two choices. Do I stand and fight in the archway? I can get overwhelmed, or do I rotate back towards C? Just one can't help my defenders on that A side, but it doesn't matter. It's all over towards B.
Device nails it.
Oof, Device fully blind as he pulled the trigger there, and another will fall before they cross. The Molotov is separated. Segregate is doing everything they hoped. And these two rifles is all that remains now. Bombs in the grasp of the CTs. The flank is expected. Zipex holding it. Two, in fact, holding for that flank. And yeah, this round's going Astralis' way. It's got that written all over it.
Yeah, and it's a big round to win as well. It was the force buy from fnatic, a couple of rifles, deagles, everything they could possibly afford. And Astralis will be picking themselves up. 4 players to survive, hopefully. Say that as Brolan still has a chance to get his kill towards Magus. Doesn't work out for him. We are going to have Astralis now. Hopefully with a few rounds ahead of them to tie things up. And we'll get back to the gun rounds of 5-5. But let's see for now if fnatic can justify any sort of investment. 2K, they're going to get 2,400 on top of this next round. So you have to take the full eco, boys.
Yeah, you don't often see these type of rounds coming in for fnatic. Normally it's very scrappy regardless of the situation here, but this gives us an opportunity to open up the floor, I guess. Anyone got anything on mind for around the house they're not happy with?
I've been, thinking about actually cooking a meal for everyone.
Okay.
I feel like, you and Trace got kind of a good baseline. Harry's done a couple of dishes. I think his
vegetarian dish needs to leave the fridge by end of today.
It does.
It's still there.
Going on his, I'll put it on his bed. Not like I'm not going to empty it on his bed.
Underneath the covers, all in.
As he wakes up, there's just lentils everywhere.
That'll teach him. You won't forget that, will it?
Silk sheets, a whole Godfather scene.
That's true. He won't forget that. What are you thinking of cooking, Alex?
I was thinking of kind of getting more of like a stir fry going. I'm going to order some udon noodles, peppers.
Down for that. What kind of sauce would you use?
Oyster Szechuan?
Szechuan sauce. Beautiful.
I just want to give you the hot tip. I'm having a hard time getting any sauces. So I'm using that.
You're struggling to sauce.
Yeah. I might need to be a bit more specific. I just don't know what the names of everything is in German.
I reckon Szechuan, that's a packet on every supermarket shelf. Normally, I say that. Flusher.
The B-side's open, by the way.
Oh my god.
They can win this.
No,
they
he's
can
not going to get across.
Flusher gets a quick headshot. They could do this.
Oh, Device got one on the cross, but the bomber is across.
Okay.
And now on towards construction. Back turn, he'll make the call, but can't get the frag. Device was waiting. And Astralis, they've handled this one with grace.
Well, the fact they get the bomb down there, that could have been a lot more detrimental for Astralis. If Flusher gets a quick kill there and they don't catch anyone on the cross, could have been a very different outcome. But they're there in the nick of time. They're sure the bomb goes down, but 2 kills are already found, and Flusher can't do a single thing. So 1 round away from tying things up. The bomb plant gives fnatic a very strong buy. Remember, there was a full eco in the previous round. Glaive a helmet, a couple of shots to the block. That's the job done. Bomb down. He was alone.
Flusher with the late buy, as per usual. Glaive wanting to see if he can be fashionably late on that as well, as freeze time will tick on down. Let's see now, will it be the pace change from fnatic here now that all the guns are out, or do they want to just continue where they left off. Spread picking, seeing if they can frazzle Astralis.
dupreeh wants to frazzle. He's going straight towards T-Apps. My goodness, this is an aggressive CT move. Look at him go. Straight towards the T apartments. This is a change of pace, but not from where we anticipated it to come from. Brolin, there is a... Is he really considering it? He is. How? Crims, knife out, not ready for that. dupreeh reveals the trick. And now fnatic, they're going to have to kind of start to, I was going to say, go hunting. Brolin's done all the hunting necessary. dupreeh does go down.
Well, they're back in the round now. It's still 4 versus 3 with Golden.
Oh shit.
Boost the player, and he will nail it. Smoke going down as well. He'll have to spray eventually, Glaive. Sitting in the smoke patiently. Reloads coming through. They've got the B side of the Glaive. Take his poison as he tries to deny away for his teammates. Luckily, Magisk is right behind him. They have no flashes right now. Device will have to bring one in. And Glaive will have to snuck through. No sound cues, but he does get a couple of kills here. Can he find all 3? Apparently not. There's enough time to get that bomb down. Not quite, and, well, one planted but Major secures the round. 5-5.
Great stuff by Glaive. We were talking about before in that complexity matchup that he was taking a lot of the decision-making into his own hands, not letting his teammates do it, just going out there and getting the job done. Well, that's what happened right here. It was a bit of a risky maneuver to push ahead of that. If he had gone down and hadn't taken anybody out, well, then they definitely lose the round. But the multi-kill right there, that almost secures it. You can see, was it Magisk who came on through there in the last stages to finish him off? But yeah, quite an odd start to this one. dupreeh taking some big risks, but maybe that's part and parcel of the way Astralis realize they have to take on fnatic. If they're going to throw curveballs at us, maybe we have to throw a couple of our own at them.
Yeah, and I mean, you know that on the default, Brolin is given the sole responsibility of apartments. You know he tends to take his time through second middle. Why not try and exploit that gap early?
Sure. Well, it's going to be the tactical time up for fnatic. I don't think we've seen one of those from them today. Had great success from Train, and now finding themselves a little bit hot under the collar as we get into the next round here. Number 11. Brolan would be open 47. Money not great, generally speaking, but there's Glaive, our impact player of round number 10. 2 kills in the round, managed to stay alive a long time there and get the job done. So, Device back in the AWP, taking the dupreeh as well. 10 and 7, top fragging, considering he had a difficult Train game and a rough start here on Inferno, bouncing right back.
Yeah, he's in one of those similar roles as JW. If you start snowballing those open kills, you're giving them away all the time, then your team is going to find himself snowed under. He's not as aggressive as a JW, but he does have it in him from time to time. It's that 4 on the trot right now for Astralis, so they're actually starting to mount a very decent half here after losing the pistol and the force by conversion, so
Oh my god.
it's not a bad half, all things considered.
Certainly not, looking very good. This half buy of sorts from fnatic, it was laden with utility, but yet to see it pay off. In fact, Flush has gone down on his banana adventure, which leaves the majority, the main body of the fnatic assault towards mid. Device and Boiler just ready to swing on contact. And that's the smoke towards library. Looks like it immediately Astralis spring to life with some reactionary smokes. There's the info, Magisk can spot them, slow them down, they catch a nade. There is only one rifle on all of this. So Roland's going to have to do something with the next 50 seconds.
Oh, great shot from Magisk. We're going down by the fight, it seems, 5 on 2, and he continues to find bodies. Just Brolan remaining. Not for long, though. A very convincing round. A clean sweep from Astralis, fending off that partial buy from fnatic there. Round 12. And 5 rounds is fine on the T7 Inferno, but after the way it started, 5-1 up, they definitely want to get 6 or 7 here. I would say the latter.
Yeah. Gonna feel pretty hard done by if that 5 doesn't move.
Yeah, absolutely. 5-1 up, and then Astralis is completely mow you down with the following gun rounds here. They've got the AK-47s, a decent bankroll now. Device with $9,000 in reserve, and 3 players towards B. Multiplayer, they're going to try and commit with the incendiaries or just throw some HEs. Smoke down towards T steps, and there's the deep incendiary. Just waiting out to see the reaction. Flusher normally pushes through that, but didn't feel like it this time. Device is rattling on shots through the smoke here.
So they throw the deep smoke, they don't take the deep control, and so without using any of their utility, fnatic, they seem to be aware of the possibility because they are not choosing to.
You can see the HEs are still available, Wave and Zipex. So they're trying to bait them in and suggest, we've fallen back from the utility. but once they show any sort of sound cue towards B, they'll do the half-wall grenades off this corner. There's the first.
Too late.
And it is
Way
late.
too late. Crimson's already got the frag. They're going to go through without flames. The flash is going to be good from Zipex, and he works off it. Golden's eating it. Smoke as well. He's doing so much to delay them here. So much good work. And full flash. JW walks out of the smoke. Device can't believe his luck, and he continues with the AK nearly